Hi, Libra Anarchy, responding to fuck PC culture, ranting about gender roles. I'm going to try to make this as short as possible because this is one of these topics I can just rant on and on about. But in general, I agree. Um, Pansexual myself. If you live near Atlanta, I'll give you my Skype. um, I mean, on the one hand, I like pool and beer, and I like tabletop role playing. I like a lot of stereotypically male things. Metal, I tend to dress in jeans and metal t-shirts because it makes me happy. Then again, I do like to cook. Um, I can be submissive, but I can be dominant. It really kind of depends. Like, but in general, I mean, I agree. At the same time, now usually this conversation focuses on women and how women shouldn't be expected to be submissive or expected to stay in the home, etc. On the other hand, there are men who they want to be submissive. It makes them happy to be submissive. They want a woman to take care of him and, kind of, he can be a stay-at-home dad. And by the way, a homemaker isn't necessarily something beneath the breadwinner. It really all depends on how the people in the relationship want it. Um, but yeah, there are certainly women, there are certainly men who want to be submissive, who want to be taken care of, and there's people all over the spectrum. And if you look at LeVay's personality synthesizer clock or whatever it was, now I'm not too keen on personality tests in systems like that. However, I've certainly placed myself and placed other people on parts of that clock, and it does certainly describe a lot of people I've encountered. And I tend to be over on the 3:30, 4 o'clock end. Um, yeah, I tend to be pretty introverted. I tend to be more masculine than feminine, more, sometimes a little bit more dominant, but I think that's, for me, it's more like it kind of comes from being a nerd. Um, and so I'm kind of happy with, I can do something with myself on a Saturday night. And as much as, I certainly have emotions, I'm not a fucking robot, but it's to the point where, you know, I'm well beyond sitting and stewing about, say, not having a date or somebody that is just drop dead gorgeous, not reciprocating or something. I, I can find something else to do. I can read a fucking book. I got books over. Yeah. I got a big stack of books over here next to a piece of art that I'm doing, and that's called a video eye, because I can't see well, so I use that to read. Yeah, so actually I've been spending too much time on YouTube videos, more than I'd like. But I like metal, and I'm frustrated because I'm in a situation where I can't really get to metal shows, but that doesn't mean that I can't listen to the music. It doesn't mean that I can't, say, interact with other people who like heavy metal or something. It doesn't mean that I can't find something to do. Um, so, yeah, well, I guess my point is I completely agree with you. I would also expand what you're saying not only to women, but to men, because there are men who are disadvantaged from being pigeonholed as well. I have seen a number of men try to, and I have nothing but sympathy for them, because I've seen a fair amount of men approach me in the way that they were sort of taught how to approach a woman, And I'm more like, hey, that's cool, let's be friends. Or, not in this sense, like I'm rejecting them, like shooting them down, but, I act more like, yeah, yeah, let's go to the bar and drink. Or, heck, I'm cool with going to a strip club or something. I mean, or it might be like, I mean, I don't reciprocate like a quote normal woman. I'm less passive. Don't fucking do it. I'm talking to my cat. I'm more assertive. I'm more like, yeah, hey, how's it going? And I'm more opinionated, and I'll say my opinion. Um, but and sometimes guys are like, I don't know how to handle that. I not like handle it like they're like weak, sniveling, brainwashed people, but they're like, I'm not used to associating with a woman like this. I'm used to associating it with a woman like that. And I'll go up to talk. I'll talk to men and I'll say, "Hey, how's it going?" And I've gotten the cold shoulder, but again, it's not like they're mean people. I don't think. I think it's just more like they don't know how to react to a woman who doesn't wear makeup. Maybe they assume that I'm a lesbian or something because I have short hair and I don't wear makeup and I wear a t-shirt and jeans a lot. Um, or maybe they're just not used to having a woman say something like, "Hey, can I buy you a drink?" or something like that. When for me, it's like, why should I sit and wait? Why shouldn't I be assertive? It's kind of like, hey, if you're near Atlanta and you want to Skype me, send me a PM. I'll give you my Skype, and maybe we'll see if anything happens. And if not, that's cool too. Whatever. Yeah, that's my cue to leave. So, I'll see you later. Hello. It's time to pick new masters. Fuck you. All right. Well, on that note, yeah, I mean, I'll see you around, and fuck traditional gender roles that say like men are only supposed to be the breadwinners and women are only supposed, like a man's honor is defined by, how much he can get and what he does and his courage and all this, and a woman's honor is defined by how many babies she can reproduce. That's how things were back in the Bronze Age. We got to get over this shit. So, yeah, I agree. Alright. Well, blah, 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 blah.